Good afternoon. I know we had a week full of games last week, and we started kind of slow against UTA. I thought we played good for 3 quarters, and then it's always that one quarter that kind of hurts us. And thought we did some good things. And then on Thursday, I thought was probably one of the best games we played all year. Against App State, especially in the third quarter, I thought we shot it really well and defended fairly well. And I don't know, it looked like we had made some strides to what we want to play like. And then on Saturday, just kind of the opposite, not as consistent. I didn't think we shot it that well. I think that's kind of what hurt us more than anything is they were getting up and down, and we just couldn't score with them. And it made it pretty difficult. Going into the Georgia games or the Georgia series, Georgia Southern's always been a tough place for us to play. I can't figure out why. Maybe it's just the gym or whatever. It's just always we've always struggled there to kind of we get some wins, but it's always been a struggle. So, I don't think it's going to be anything different for our freshmen and our young kids. And then Georgia State is playing really well right now. They're starting to shoot the ball a bit better, and they got some scores. So, it's going to be a tough series for us. But it's like Kevin and them always say, if we can split, I think it would be a good thing. Anytime you can split on the road, I think it's a positive thing. Questions?
I know she didn't make enough shots, but it just seemed like Bess made a lot of progress last week, and that the potential to make shots around the basket's really there with her.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. She really is a good player, and not playing till December hurt her a lot. When you got a newcomer coming in, you really want her to start during the summer, and then they progress. Hopefully, by the time you get into conference, she didn't do anything with us during the summer other than rehab, and so now it looks like some of that talent is coming out because she's got a lot of potential. And you're right. She's not scoring a whole bunch, but you can see the potential in it.
So do you played great Thursday, did not go well Saturday. What do you take from it, or do you just wipe those 2 games on and move on? How do you rationalize kind of the good and the bad there?
Well, you kind of look at what you didn't do so well. I thought we didn't have ball movement like we did on Thursday. And sometimes it's the defense. We didn't get Ty Doucette involved. And going back and looking film, it's a combination of things. She's got to create some opportunities for her, and we got as guards and as coaches, we got to create some opportunities. So it's kind of a work in progress. And I think when she does really come out and demand the ball, we do a little bit better job. I think that's one of the things that we need to work on. I was blessed yesterday to watch some of the games in the SEC, and you look at some of the teams that are at the bottom of the league, kind of remind me of us in their passing skill. So that's one of the things that I'm focused on today. We're going to go in and we're going to really work on our passing game. Not so much this day and age, it's one-on-one basketball a lot. We're trying to play more team basketball. So that'll be something that we'll try to work on today to get better. I think, I always talk about making the perfect pass creates the perfect shot, and I think looking at some of those games yesterday, I can see why some of those teams aren't winning in the SEC, and that kind of remind me of us, just looking at that same type of pass, maybe the angle of the pass or not stepping to the ball, just some simple things that we need to focus on fundamentally to get better.
Now, as you're talking about passes, Coach, is it quality passes? Obviously, you want that perfect pass like you just said, or do you want to see just more sharing the basketball with your team, or a little bit both?
I think it's, I think they have the idea of sharing the basketball. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just, just putting them in that position to make better decisions, I guess. Sometimes it becomes an overpassing, and I don't know, sometimes the angle of the pass is in a bad angle. It's like toward the defense a lot. And man, it's a lot of times it seems like it's right in front of me on the bench, and it's like, so there's some things that really, I'll be honest with you, watching those games yesterday kind of woke me up as a coach and said, man, I got to get back. And we got to get back to the fundamentals of just passing the ball, try to get them in better position or in a better position to make a better decision to help them out. That's why, we have Jasmine Thomas practicing with us right now. She's not going to play, but she does it every day. And it's like night and day on how she moves the ball and passes the ball compared to everybody else. So I think if we'd have had her this year, those freshmen would have been put in a little bit better, a lot better position. But not having her, you know, you just can't. But we have her in practice, and it doesn't make a difference what team she's on. That team wins. You know, so they're getting it in practice, and I think that's one of the things that we really need to focus on if we want to continue to get better.
What's the update on Skylar?
Skylar has a stress reaction, which I'm not as familiar with stress reaction is something before a stress fracture, and it's day to day. I mean, as long as she's got a little bit of pain, they're going to kind of hold her, and I think they'll maybe do another MRI in the next day or so to see where she's at. But it's not a bad situation other than all you can do is kind of rest her.
Anything else?
What's just your scouting report on the games this week in terms of Georgia State and Georgia Southern?
We'll say that again?
What's your scouting report on just beating both of them?
Well, I mean, we played both of them at home, you know, and I mean, Georgia Southern wants to pound it inside, and you know, they got the Brown kid can score it, you know. I mean, she's one of the top scorers in the league, you know, and we did a good job last time of shutting her down, and we got the same thing, you know. We got to be able to put pressure on them in the full court, and I thought we did a pretty good job last time. And Georgia State also, man, their scoring from the guard position is pretty good, and I think that it looks like they're getting more comfortable, you know, watching film of them. And so it's going to be the same thing, you know. Can we make defensive stops? You know, we talk about it all year. Can we, as a team, get better defensively? And I think on the road we'll find out. You know, that's the toughest part is being on the road and trying to make stops.
You know, we were talking about the passing before, and going back to the overpassing. You talking about how you'd like your girls to maybe be a little bit more aggressive, the younger girls, in those situations where you feel like they're overpassing, where maybe they pass up a decent shot.
Yeah, and you know, when you running anything offensively and you're more focused on running the offense than looking to score, it's easier to guard you too because you're telling them what you know. It's like it's so easy to read what we're about ready to do instead of let's go look to score and then kind of feel, you know, get a feel for that. And we're seeing some improvement, but man, it's just not,
So
you know, it's not happening as quickly.
It's kind of robotic, you're saying.
Yeah, we are.
Not
Yeah.
getting a real feel for the game and the flow for the game.
Yeah, and we are, and you know, a lot of it's my fault. You know, I'm such a drill type guy. You know, we don't scrimmage a lot, never have, and we're doing more of it. But you know, sometimes you got to just put them out there and scrimmage and let them get a feel for it. You know, and that's one of the things as a coach I'm working on to get a little bit better at. And I know for a fact we got to try to do that. And today's going to be one of those days that we're going to try to do a little bit more scrimmaging.